Discerning Hearts presents In Search of the Still Point with Dr. Regis Martin. In episode 13, Dr. Martin reflects on being given and forgiven.
Imagine yourself for the next 4.5 minutes a mere creature, which means you didn't make yourself, that your identity, while it is certainly yours alone and could not possibly be replicated by another, nevertheless does not belong to you, but rather to God, who created you out of nothing, ex nihilo. Would that be a bridge too far? To acquiesce in being given by God, to be a word spoken by one whose voice resonates from moment to moment in the very depths of your being, speaking each blessed syllable of your name. I mean, would that really stress you out, to be inside the great alphabet of being, and that God, were he for an instant to stop thinking about you, you would fall at once into an abyss of sheer nothingness? It sounds pretty bracing to me. God gives me being so that I might give it back, simply by acknowledging that the source and finality of my life is not me, but him. How liberating is that? I mean, it spares me having to put on this boring, impossibly Promethean persona in which I pretend that I'm really in charge, this amazing self-made man who needs nothing at all. Not even God can add to the sheer wonderment of my self-perfection. Well, if that's what you want, then please know that you will never be the recipient of a gift. You needn't ever be grateful, like the village atheist who cannot even say thanks when, having been passed the mustard, he may now eat his hamburger. What is gratitude, after all, but saying thank you for a gift you could never yourself give, but are jolly glad to get? Like Chesterton, who at the very back of his brain, as someone once put it, there was this immense blaze or burst of astonishment at his own existence, and that the whole point of his life was to try and unearth what he called the submerged sunrise of wonder. What a great line that is. And here's another, that the world will never starve for want of wonders, but only for want of wonder. So, how does one awaken, kickstart that sense of wonder? The solution is simple: by the happy discovery that each of us is the beneficiary of a double blessing, that we are both given and forgiven, that there should be something rather than nothing, and that something is me. And then, when it all falls apart because of sin, Christ himself comes to rescue and redeem the whole bloody mess. Man is a creature, Chesterton reminds us. All his happiness consists in being a creature, or, as the great voice commanded us, in being a child. All his fun is in having a gift or a present, which the child values because it is a surprise. In other words, there can be very little pleasure in giving yourself a present. But when it is God himself making the present, a present of myself, then followed by himself, then it seems to me the table is set for the great feast. Then it is time to exclaim with undisguised delight, like the little boy in that magical movie, Life is Beautiful, who shouts from the turret of the tank that has come to save him, we won, 1,000 points. We get to keep the green tank. Couldn't you just die laughing? Not forgetting, of course, it was the sacrifice of his father who gave the gift of his own life in exchange for his son's, that's what accounts for the joy and the laughter and the triumph of a life both given and forgiven. Thanks for listening. This is Regis Martin in search of the still point.
You've been listening to Dr. Regis Martin in search of the still point. For more episodes in this series, visit discerninghearts.com, or you can find it in our free Discerning Hearts app or on many other streaming platforms. Discerning Hearts is a 501c3 nonprofit Catholic apostolate dedicated to evangelization and spiritual formation through the use of new media. To learn how you can support our mission, visit discerninghearts.com.